I was thinking about, you know, trying to provide value for people who might be joining, starting the game now. And so I wanted to just talk about like a good bow build that was pretty low difficulty, I guess. We talk about Aspect of Hera. I think Aspect of Hera maybe is one of the more, you know, it's one of the easier possible builds. We could go a few different things. I think we'll probably go with Dionysus here. Dionysus is very good for the Hera bow. We'll go high confidence just to kind of show how confident we are in our build. We'll take off forced overtime. We'll go extreme measures 4, benefits package, middle management. We're at our 20. This is our standard 20 heat run. So yeah, this is an example of a bow build that isn't terribly difficult. The traps, ugh, no thank you, Cody McDermott. No. No thank you. I hate the trap. The traps heat thing is like it's one of the worst. It's one of the worst things. So anyway, yeah, Hera, you are chaos, yes. Chaos, let's go. Hey, look, Nyx is here. Oh, it's your daughter, huh? Slippery Favor is fine at this stage of the game. Not being able to pick up my stones is not going to be too crippling. It'll be annoying for sure. But then we get more rare things forevermore, which is very, very good. So this will be a little annoying, but not too annoying, I don't think. So now we're forced to just use the bow, which is fine. Especially if you can time your power shots. Hey, thanks. Thanks for the $5, man. Appreciate it. Very generous of you. We'll grab some money.
More ringers.
Dang it. Wish it had hit both of those guys. That would have been nice. I appreciate the generous donation, Cody. That's very kind of you. Autocorrect. Autocorrect on your computer? That's too bad. Hate to be stymied by autocorrect. Nothing more insulting than an autocorrect that doesn't know what it's doing, you know? Yeah, so it hasn't been too terribly punishing, and now we can pick up our cast stones again. So not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, Canadian dollars. I'm getting better at translating the difference for Canadian dollars to American dollars. I mean, only slightly better, I guess, but still. All right. So yeah, you're basically loading up Aphrodite. I don't think Aphrodite really does a whole lot for us so we'll go for the shop instead. Like there's no duo boon that's really solid there. I will buy a palm, up that to 160. Ares doesn't really do anything either, although we do have privilege status, so getting his attack wouldn't be terrible. We'll go with that. That's pretty low damage. All right, Poseidon, sure. Going for scintillating feast? Could.
Let's go sneak.
I guess I don't really have a. I hate the sneak for. If you have any sort of curse-based build, like the doom, if he teleports away, the doom goes away, which really just chaps my hide.
bounty of the sea is yours to do with as you please.
3/4 miracle. We have healthcare though. Well, and you know things are priced accordingly, right? Like it's not like you're, I don't know. Poseidon's Aid is fun. I'm not gonna pass up on a chance to have some fun. Fast food is cheaper and more abundant. Well, I don't know how cheap and abundant is it in Canada. It's fairly abundant, I guess. I never really thought about the abundance level of fast food. That's a new thought, I guess, for me. Whee! Oh, I was gonna use my thing. Okay. Special. We're gonna go with sniper shot, I guess. It really doesn't really make a huge difference to me. $12 here. Well, 3/4 of that. Yeah, no, it doesn't cost $9 to get a Big Mac value meal. I don't think it's like. Well, it might be getting up there now. I mean, what is it? $7? $8? I don't know. Every time I go to any kind of restaurant, I'm just like, what are these prices? Like, why does it cost this much? It's so strange. Zombie Slayer. Oh man, Zombie Slayer. We just actually finished talking about Cult of the Lamb a lot. Basically, I felt like they split their work between the cult and the runs, and then if you don't have resurrection, which I didn't, I chose funerals instead. It really kind of cripples you. Oh, the portions are larger. Okay. I guess I haven't ever gotten fast food in Canada, so I couldn't tell you. I do think the portions are ridiculous in the United States, but that's been a well-known concern in the United States, I guess you could say. I don't necessarily feel like what am I trying to say here? that's well known, I guess, right? Isn't it? I get fast food more often than I should. I'll say that. I do occasionally get a thing. These are all really disappointing. I mean, I guess wave pounding 40% is a lot. If we get like our call leveled up a bunch, it's kind of it might be kind of fun. Get some big numbers against bosses. I mean, you want those big numbers to come against bosses, right? So, oh, they were all in the corner there. It was so wonderful the way they were all in that corner. Yeah, so with the bow, you're just dash attacking, load up your casts into your bow. It's a wonderful thing. We're gonna go for blade dash here. Blade dash is I undervalue. I know that I undervalue blade dash big time. Okay, a single palm. We have a lot of money, so I'm gonna go into the shop instead of the free palm. We're gonna spend our money, so we get the palm. Probably should up our attack. That's gonna have big impact. Hey, nice. Thunder Flourish. Normally I would take Billowing Strength, I guess, but I'll take Thunder Flourish in this case, just to get the lightning stuff unlocked. Now we can get Double Strike. Now we can get Sea Storm. So, that's cool. Murder. What do you mean by murder? Just kind of like, it happens. I was murdered. Murdering is an activity that should be done in moderation. What are you trying to say about murder? Quantity over quality. With fast food? I don't know. Hey, Hector, how's it going? Thanks for being here. I'm glad you made it to a stream. It's always fun to go and see someone live, right? Like I know that I'm not physically there, but I am live in a sense. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Which to choose?
The Fury seem incapable
All
of
right.
thwart.
Yeah, $12, man. Tim Hortons. So anyway, Zombie Slayer, I don't know if that answered your question or if that kind of got to the root of the matter for you. You know what? I am going to go Demeter because of the duo boon. Demeter has an excellent duo boon. Well, you know what? That was maybe a mistake because we don't have any open slots. We could create a slot. We could sell something here. Part of me does kind of want to sell the Curse of Agony. I think we're not really going to go down the Doom path. So we'll get some money from that. Open up that slot for Demeter, which will open up the slot for getting the duo boon. The Ice Wine duo boon, which is very solid. We'll take Chaos in this case. Chaos provides a lot. There's a lot of things that Chaos can do for us. Sometimes they're duds, but a lot of times you get truly incredible things. This is a bummer. Four encounters, or we could just go for cast damage. I think we'll just go for cast damage. Inferno Bombs is dangerous, but not as bad as not being able to attack. That like shuts us down almost entirely. All right, Caustic Shot. Here we go. Very exciting. You want to be buried with your copy of Hades? Isn't that funny how that can happen with the game? You didn't think you wanted to play it, and then suddenly it's like, whoa, this game is cool. This game is cool. I do like this game. And then sometimes I watch people play a game and I'm like, holy cow, I don't want to play that ever again. That looks terrible. I don't know what game I'm referring to, I guess. Sometimes I feel that way about Hades, I guess. Probably shouldn't say that.
Your realm there is much like the windswept surf.
Devoid of life. All right, there's our attack, which will enable us to get that duo boon. Yeah, we should probably restore our health. We've got lots of time. This game's gonna blow your mind. Nice. I'm always curious, like how many people playing Hades had never played a roguelike game before, and what their impression of it was, or like what felt different about it. Because people say it's like gonna blow your mind, and like there's so many pieces to the puzzle, but I think the biggest one is just the replayability, and yeah, we're gonna go there. Like, I know it's brilliant. Like, we all know it's brilliant. But is there one specific piece that people find to be the most brilliant? I think for me, it's just... Oh, these are not great. I guess we can take Greater Haste.
The haste of Hermes. All aboard.
My first roguelite? First roguelite for me was The Binding of Isaac. The original Binding of Isaac. Back when it was a Flash game. It was pretty... It was something, all right. It was something. Let's go with Refreshing Nectar, because I'm hoping to get some duo boons, and maybe that'll give us a better chance. Riptide here would be fantastic. Yeah, roguelikes, those have become my favorite types of games. They are frustrating, and like I've realized about myself that I'm not going to be able to learn how to play all roguelikes. I'm not like a natural gamer when it comes to new games, like some people are. Like I compare myself to some other, you know, YouTubers who are of approximately the same size as me, and they're able to play a new game and not quite master it, but become extremely proficient at the game very, very quickly. And I just realized that's not me. I can't do that. Sea Storm, look at that. I mean, we don't care about Sea Storm, but we'll take it.
Let's make some waves.
It's always fun to get Sea Storm. I like roguelikes. You find is it the storytelling? Yeah, the storytelling is pretty remarkable. And it's great too. Like there's no like the storytelling is all done without any like CGI animation, right? Like you think about the story games that we're used to, they've always got like characters trying to look natural walking around, but they're like pixels and 3D rendered whatever. Like, you know, any BioWare game, I guess I think about. Let's go.
Howdy, partner.
Blade. How about Frost Strike? Hey, Watergun, thanks for subscribing to the channel. Welcome. No, Hollow Knight is a Metroidvania.
What's the matter,
Big
man?
difference. Metroidvanias are another game that I very much enjoy playing, but they take a lot of time, and there's a lot of I feel like there's a lot of effort in getting through them, which can definitely be worth it. But sometimes, if you feel like it's, I don't know, sometimes they just take a lot of time. And anytime you're spending a lot of time on anything, whether it be a game or a sport, like if the barrier to entry or the barrier to getting through it is too high, you know, you start to question whether or not you want to spend the time to do it. You know what I'm saying? We only got one life to live. Uh-oh. Where are my stones at? There they are. I'm gonna hopefully get my call charged up to full here. Yeah. So this is the hard version of this fight, but in some ways it's not the hard version because all the heads are really close together, so a lot of times you're getting a lot of splash damage. But there is more lava to worry about. You know, that's definitely more of a concern in this one.
How can you stay on this?
There we go. We have video games. We play video games. We have multiple lives. It's true. If you, I'm always amazed and baffled by the amount of time that we can spend doing certain things. Like people talked about like the amount of screen time that most kids get, like just on their cell phones. It's almost like 8 hours a day. They found, even during the school year, 8 hours a day being on a screen. And I think that I spend even more than that. I spend so much time on screens. It seems low. I mean, that's like a full-time job, right? It's a full-time job. It's true. Stoked for Moonlighter? That was the first game that scratched the itch after the Hades story. Oh, okay. Nice. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we looking for? I think we've got the duo boons potentially in place, except for maybe Zeus. We can go Zeus. Why not? Why not go for Zeus?
One more floor.
Yeah, Smug Rabbit. I do some work on my computer, but I'm also walking around and, you know, doing things with kids and that kind of stuff. So not as much screen time while I'm at work, which I appreciate. I appreciate that. Until you didn't do it for months, right? Because you couldn't because of your eyesight, right? You realize how dependent you become on that. You know, that is certainly a way to receive entertainment, unlike any other, right? hard to quantify. We're not getting privilege status. We did not set this up right. Okay, Flurry Shot is the clear winner here. Anytime you can get Flurry Shot or Flurry Strike or Flurry anything, it seems it's very good. so you can get multiple shots off. So rather than trying to get power shots all the time, you're just trying to push the button and dash, and push the button and dash. Like flurry jab on the spear is like one of the best options on the spear. Like being able to attack faster is just so good. Let's see. Hey, scintillating feast. That's really good. That's really good. Now I would like to get jolted, please. Can I get jolted? Let's get jolted. Daniel Dowling. Yeah, so a Metroid, Hollow Knight's a Metroidvania, which is a game that has like you slowly unlock either different paths in the same areas that you've already been to unlock new things. It's got like basically the worlds in a Metroidvania are the main character sometimes. Like you've got
In the name of Hades.
like you're gonna find lots of things where rush delivery. That's a pretty big bonus as it is, and rush delivery is kind of hard to find. So we'll take the rush delivery this time. That's like just 75. What's 75% of what? 40% move speed? What's 75% of 40? 30, right? We get 30% bonus damage. Math. I'm as I play the game, I realize I'm not doing a very good job of Hollow Good or Good Night.
Let's see you get to it.
Yeah, you got like non-linear worlds. Usually there's like multiple possible paths to take, and so you're kind of exploring. Like Dark Souls is one of the is a Metroidvania that a lot of people don't think of as a Metroidvania, but it totally is. Like you're constantly, you may not be getting new movement abilities, which is a staple in a lot of Metroidvanias, but you are unlocking new paths to get places, which is very cool. 94% done with Spiritfarer. Nice. I was looking at Spiritfarer too, because we had talked about Moonlighter and Spiritfarer, and
In the name of Hades.
Spiritfarer looks really cool. Static discharge. Yes. That's exactly what I wanted. Jolted. Souls-like means a level of difficulty, I think. Also, I've found Souls-like often means that the game has like a stamina mechanic. Right? Like any game that has a stamina mechanic, it's difficult, and like you can become exhausted. I don't know. I have a certain sense with what Souls-like means. It's like gonna be kind of not ponderous. That's a bad word for it. Oh, Poseidon. I kind of want to take this. I know I'm disrespecting Patroclus. Yeah, Hollow Knight, you do the navigation in that is crazy. Man, I kind of want to go back and play some more Hollow Knight. Like that sounds like fun suddenly. Don't start making a million butterflies, please. Okay, this is scary. If you take a hit in this room, well, you guys know. If you take a hit in this room, you get nothing. We didn't take a hit, so we get something. Right. No, I totally want to. Yes, Rip Current. Yes. Yes. Rip Current is so good. Deliberately paced. I don't even know. Like that's. I just feel like there's like Souls-like games are difficult in a kind of like you're being held down sort of way. It's supposed to be more positive than this. My main problem with Dark Souls and the Souls-like games in general is just how difficulty is sometimes. The difficulty in those games sometimes feels like it's more because of poor controls, right? Like you can't control your character quite the way you want to, and so the game is difficult. Whereas like in my games, I want to be able to control them really well, but then it still be difficult. You know what I'm saying? I guess, did Hollow Knight get the term Souls-like? I know that like there's some difficult boss battles. That's also part of being a Souls-like, right? Difficult boss battles. Thunder Flourish, what a waste. What a waste of a thing.
You never saw me.
Buttery and smooth. But how quickly can you turn around? That's my thing. The thing about Dark Souls games, any of the Souls-like games, is that it's very difficult to turn around and go the direction you want to go because on a controller, it's very difficult to have like quick turns and that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So many times in Dark Souls, I find like I'm doing great against a boss, but like I can't maintain control of where I am and what I'm doing, and so I die. I die horribly. And I have to do it again. I hope that this time I'm better. And I know that there are people who are incredibly skilled at it, but I would just argue that there's a huge learning curve just to get the controls feeling normal. If that makes any sense. Hey Spencer, how's it going? Have a good day if I don't see you, and yeah, see you tonight if not. Early Resident Evil games, right? A lot of those horror games, like I played, what's that, gosh, the one where you're in space and it's a horror game. Yeah, anyway, Ravenous Will works really well with this bow because when you load your cast stones into the bow, that means you have no cast stones, and so you take less damage and you deal 30% more damage. So this is very good. It's very good for us. It's perfect. It works perfectly. Dead Space. Yes, Dead Space is the one. It's not exactly a low HP run. I just put on high confidence just for the heck of it. Oh, I didn't load up all cast stones. That's a bummer. When I was just saying about dealing more damage when you have no cast stones, totally did not do that thing. Just like everyone to observe the damage. Blast! Resident Evil, Dead Space, like it's hard to turn around. It's hard to do what you want to do. And thus the game is difficult. Whereas like Hollow Knight is difficult, but because there's like, I guess you could argue that a lot of 2D games I find to be really difficult because it's difficult to find a space to be that's safe. You know, when you're fighting a boss, a lot of times the bosses are difficult because they just fill the screen with projectiles that you have to dodge, and I find that very annoying. I've always found that bullet hell type things to be annoying. Anyway,
That was Elysium.
love the original Resident Evil games. I mean, people love those games. Like those, a lot of people find those to be just great. I want to try out Devil May Cry because a lot of people say like Hades feels a bit like a Devil May Cry game, just in the way that it's like action packed and like you're moving around really quickly, etc., etc. Best to keep them stunned, you know? Keep them stunned so they can't do anything. If you can keep them both stunned, more's the better. Solid. Yeah, we're gonna go for that that Demeter hallway as well. Sure. It's kind of a bummer to get that in sticks because 6 encounters is each of the rooms counts as an encounter. You know.
Okay. Set.
And so you end up not getting it for very long, but that's okay. You know what? This is some nice bursts, but each of those arrows doing extra damage is probably best. It's a Sony thing. Can't stress how good Bloodborne is. Yeah, I know. I would love to play it. Someday perhaps I shall, but you know, I don't have a PlayStation, and I'm not probably ever going to get a PlayStation. I shouldn't say that. You never know. I got a lot more life to live. I'll probably get like a PlayStation 10 or something when they come out. They're coming out soon, right? The PlayStation 10. Yeah, more PC ports for sure. I'm pleased by that. We enjoyed just recently we enjoyed playing. You know, I'm gonna roll here.
I would like none of these.
Rare crop. I mean, fine. Our dash, static discharge, and ravenous will. All right, fine. Fine. We won't fight Hades yet. We'll do a couple more hallways and get some more good stuff.
In one place, mate.
Real currents. Up it by 0.6 seconds. 0.3 seconds, I should say. Yeah, people talk about Bloodborne like it's way different than the other Dark Souls games, but it just looks so much like a Dark Souls game, you know. And like even Elden Ring, like so many people were talking about how revolutionary it was, and to me it's like it's Dark Souls plus open world, which sounds really great. But it doesn't seem terribly different. Like when I'd watch Elden Ring gameplay, it was like, oh, this is like the next Dark Souls game. You know, that's just what it looked like to me. Which is fine. Dark Souls is a great franchise. Definitely worthy of being a thing. I mean, I guess probably like the interest is like in just how fun it is to explore the world, because it's hard, you know. You have a lot of these open world games, but a lot of them are not very good, right? A lot of them are they feel like you're wasting your time when you're running around looking at stuff. You hated Elden Ring, dragged too much? Yeah, I mean, I can see that. Although, but can't you just run right to the... You know what? I am way too big. I'm realizing. I apologize. I'm way bigger than I'm supposed to be. I don't need to be that big. Whoops. No, don't quit. Don't quit. So we're not quite that frustrated with the game that we want to quit. Dark Souls 3 on a horse. Folks is telling it like it is now. We're dissing on Elden Ring, everyone's favorite for the last, you know, the favorite game of yesteryear. Look, and everything's heroic suddenly. Isn't that just great? Okay, I'm hoping for billowing strength here. We only had to take 2 extra hallways to get everything to heroic, so rare crop, definitely worth everything you put into it. Every chance you get, you should take that rare crop. I only got to do that once. It's so much fun.
Accept this message.
Returnal. Oh, I love Returnal. Elden Ring sucks. Bloodborne. Well, how is Bloodborne different? I still haven't heard. I still have not heard how Bloodborne is different from other Souls-like games, because it looks a heck of a lot like a Souls-like game. Looks a lot like it.
Thank you, mate.
Okay, Blood Frenzy. Maybe we'll lose a Death Defiance, so we'll get some bonus damage against Hades. You never know.
Cerberus accepts the prince's foul offering.
Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild is a open world marvel. But I think see Breath of the Wild is different. It is different. You know? No shield, less customization. Oh man, we're gonna fight. Let's fight.
Nice out here.
Yeah, Paradox Anomaly, I agree. I get caught up in like it took me so long to beat Skyrim. Like I had to start so many different playthroughs before I actually, you know, before I actually decided to do the main quest. I feel like I found a lot of the great quests in Skyrim though, like all the ones where you're helping out the demigods or the whatever those guys were called. There was a special name for them. All of the quests where you're doing stuff for them is super cool, really interesting.
Darkness.
Butterfly balls, man. Seriously not cool. So many dudes. Why do they keep disappearing? It keeps disappearing every time I get close to it. Is that a bug? That seems like it's a bug. I could be wrong. Don't you guys think that's weird?
You asked for this.
A gun that acts as a stun. Was Bloodborne fairly successful or was it not? Because like for how much a lot of people love it, it seems like a lot of people are like why wouldn't they make a Bloodborne 2? Like they just haven't yet? I don't understand. Right. No, I know it was successful. I mean, all of the Dark Souls games are successful, right? People love them. People love that stuff. Ah, why did you hit the pot? Couldn't see the pot because of the cloud there. Dated the girl of your dreams. I love it. The analogies are so good.
Ready.
Darkness. Poseidon.
I must admit, you've learned something at some point in all this.
Well, I know that the butterfly balls can teleport, but they were teleporting like
In the name of someone.
like they were
very
each
sore
teleporting,
right
and as soon as like I was using Poseidon's call, and as soon as I got to them, they teleported, and then they'd teleport over here, and I'd get to them, and they'd teleport again. They don't teleport that fast. It's like there was something funky going on, you know. It was kind of strange. Gamer for the lulz, you kind of got bored with it after you beat it multiple times. I mean, I get that. I mean, you know, not everyone is going to want to play this game over and over again.